morning, everybody, and welcome to Life as I See It with your hostess, Dina Nierenberg, and with me today I have Dr. Olga Silverstein. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure.
Hello.
Anytime. Today, I find myself doing NAD, and Dr. Olga is going to explain.
All right, so we're doing IV therapy with NAD and acetyldinucleotide. It's a long word, but what it actually means, it's a very important enzyme, a cofactor in 50 different reactions which we have in our body. It's actually present in every single cell in our body. It's a very important cofactor for energy production. It's one of those important reactions. So what does it mean? What benefit we get from it? One of the most important for us, for me, I feel it's great for brain function, for clarity. It's actually used for after COVID mental fog, if you heard of the term.
Sure.
Yeah, so because of the energy production, it's great for the brain, of course. It's great for your muscle function. What else is great about this enzyme? That it helps to recover DNA. So what happens with age? First of all, we have less and less of these important enzymes and the enzyme in our body. That's why maybe we have less energy.
Yeah.
But and mental clarity, mental function decreases with age.
Sure.
This is one thing. So it's a great anti-aging product, which helps again with your brain function, but also it helps to repair DNA. So what happens with all the injury from poison, from food, from air, from our DNA structure is not as well, and our body loses the ability to repair DNA. That's why actually it's what happens. We produce cancer cells and they multiply and grow if we don't have this important enzyme. So this enzyme helps not just in brain function and energy, it's anti-aging and anti-cancer. So it's like overall goodness, just flowing into your vein right now.
It's true. I'm going to be sitting there for a few more hours, so that's why we figured to tape a show now. I already have the IV in, so I definitely have something fun to do. I'm definitely learning more and more from Dr. Olga. Thank you so much. And is it painful? It's not painful at all. As a matter of fact, I'm feeling extremely relaxed right now. It's like, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel with an IV in my arm and taping, but you know what, I'm feeling really super right now, Dr. Olga.
So yes, it's a 3 hours infusion, so we decided just to save some time.
Yes.
Right? While you're infusing, you can actually have a little
I pray for sleep, Peter. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard for me to fall asleep. I was out late last night with Tessa, my director, and we did a talent show, a major talent show. Went on for hours and hours, and just when we thought we were done, more and more women signed up. So we were done. After about 18 performances, it was incredible.
You had your own Oscars. Last night we had Oscars, so you had
your
own Oscars,
for real,
right?
It was the Oscars last. Oh wow! I don't even pay attention to that anymore. I used to be so into the Oscars, and now I believe you gotta make your own beautiful reality. Don't watch other people having their beautiful reality. I think it's more important to energize yourself in so many ways, especially by lifting yourself up, lifting other people around you up. And, that's actually one of the reasons why I bother doing all the things that I do with my face, because I want to have this beautiful, friendly, open face to be able to share with people around me. And when I'm feeling really great about myself, and I do, then I feel like I'm able to give over a kind of positive energy for other people around me. It's an incredible feeling to wake up in the morning, look in that mirror, and say, hey, I love what I see. And you forget your biological age.
It's interesting. If you there's studies that say if you look young, you feel young,
so
and you act young.
You act young, yeah.
So all of this, like from the face to the IV therapy, we're trying to stay energetic and young and healthy.
That's right.
I mean, healthy number one. But
Yeah. Okay, ladies and
Right.
gentlemen, health is first, and everything else, beauty and all that is secondary. But you know what we mean. But yeah, but I feel like when you look beautiful, you feel better. You just feel better. I can wake up in the morning
absolutely.
and have a kind of a virus, but let's say if I put a little bit of eyeliner on, already I feel better. It's small. But
Talking about viruses, actually, it's great. We have IV therapy for with vitamin C and all the antioxidants. So we tested on ourselves first. It's like a flu season. So when you feel a little bit under the weather, you do this IV, and all the antioxidants actually help in fighting the viruses, fighting the infections better. So we noticed like a few of us got it already, and it's like it's gone like in 1
1
day.
day. That's Anna
1 2
said.
days.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anastasia said that. That's really incredible to have a quick IV that can just get rid of the virus.
I mean, help your body to fight
To
it.
fight
That
it.
is what it is. We're
It's
aiding your
incredible.
body to fight it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, and I actually think that it's healthier than, let's say, taking a flu shot. We don't know anymore what they put in these things, especially because they seem to be so pushing us to take that flu shot that you wonder if they have some type of an agenda. I don't know. I've heard a lot of conspiracy theory going around. I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm just putting it out there. We don't know what's in that
I'm not
vaccination.
into conspiracy theories, but I do believe in your power of your body to fight the infection, and whatever we can help with flu shot, there is conflicting evidence.
Sure.
So we know that they're trying to predict next year virus in a way, the season before, and sometimes it just doesn't really work exactly. So if you look at the statistics, CDC gives us the numbers. So how is this helpful? And well, 50-60%. So yeah, 50-60%. But staying healthy, I mean, exercising, eating right. You can get some IV therapy, because what happens, what else I didn't say actually, that the nutrients, what we get from the food, with the good food, if you even like eat all fresh fruit and vegetables, organic, whatever, we don't know how it gets absorbed in the gut. And with age, our ability to absorb the nutrients actually decreases. That's why we getting your nutrients right into your system, right there, bypassing the gut, right into your blood and to the cells.
It's also a way to save calories. No, I said that, but it's a joke. No, you have, yes, on top of doing IV therapy, yes, you've got to get your proper nutrition. Don't bypass food and just put needles in. No.
No. It's not the nutrition. It's really highly active antioxidants, vitamins. That's what we get. You can get amino acids actually, by the way, as well. But yes, I mean, we still need to eat. Yeah.
We still need to, definitely. But it's all about eating the right foods. It's about eating foods that nourish your body and also your mind. When the older you get, if you continue to eat the way that you did in your 20s, you're going to have a brain fog that you wouldn't believe. You feel like this cloud is completely covering your brain, because that's what sugar does. That's what the fat does. That's what a lot of gluten does. It gives us terrible mental fog, and it keeps us from being our full selves. It keeps us from being able to memory recall. It keeps us from being able to speak the way we want to. It keeps us from being mentally sharp, focused. Keeps us from being able to do a lot of things that we have grown used to doing over the decades. It's scary to keep on eating the way that you did in your youth. Pizza and ice cream these days, rare occasion, a birthday. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like we just learn more and more about proper nutrition, what's good, what's not for you. Like, let's say, Actually, my kids, they super healthy. They tell me, okay, this is not good. This oil, don't buy this oil, mom.
Oh,
like
canola.
okay,
and all
let's do
that.
fresh vegetables and fruits.
Your kids.
So yeah. So it depends. It's we know much more, and you can get all this information. I think you learn it in school as
Sure.
well. So
Yeah.
it's and it's up to you to decide. What how you live, like
That's true.
how you eat,
That's right.
how
That's
you
right.
live your life, right?
That's right. That's right. But the more you know, I think the healthier that you live. If you don't really know what gluten and dairy and an excessive sugar can do to you, you'll keep on eating it. It's because it's delicious, you know.
Yeah, sugar is not good. Gluten is a little bit not so straightforward. There's people who has a celiac disease, so
Sure.
they completely cannot tolerate gluten. They develop autoimmune gut disease from gluten, but it's not everybody.
It's
I cannot
true.
say across the board that it's bad for everybody.
Right.
Like I said, there's gluten, there's celiac disease,
Sure.
people who cannot tolerate, there's people who are allergic to gluten, they
Yeah.
better not eat it, but it's like small percentage of population. It's a little,
Very.
the gluten thing is a little bit overblown, honestly.
Okay.
It's not like everybody cannot eat it, but in general, gluten, which is in, let's say, white flour, so white flour, bread and pasta in general is not
Yeah.
the healthiest food for
Right.
anybody. It's not like people who is not allergic to gluten will develop like mental clogginess or other symptoms from it, but it's in general just not a healthiest food.
Right.
But they can tolerate it fine. I don't think like a regular person, and it's like 85% of the population will develop like symptoms from eating it. In general, it's not a healthy food, but it's not like contraindicated for
Right.
everybody
That's
across
true.
the board.
That's true.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. Gluten is a very, very tricky topic. You have to know yourself how gluten treats you. It's all about isolating foods. If you suspect that gluten is an issue for you, why not take it out of your diet for a day or two and see how you feel and see how your body reacts and see how you feel mentally, because as we all know, the central nervous system is connected to the enteric nervous system, which is the gut, via the vagus nerve. How you feel up here will affect how you feel here. How you feel here will also affect how you feel in the brain. So you got to know for yourself, and you have to have enough self-love to know what you're doing, really. To know, to be able to stop eating certain things if they're not working out for you. The deal with eating properly is you have to really, really, really want it. It's extremely easy to just eat any kind of junk that you're used to eating. But wellness is about really, really loving yourself in every way. Loving yourself enough to say, I've got to make some changes in my routine because what I'm doing right now is just not working out for me. I may be eating this, and it's delicious, but it's making me really, really sick. Or it's making my hair thin. Or it's breaking out my face. It's doing this, and that.
Yeah, education is the key. Once you understand how the certain food is like not good for your body, and understanding that you're ruining yourself and creating all the problems in your body, so that's how I feel. Why would I just damage my body?
That's right. Yeah. On the other hand, you can understand people who just rather eat pizza and ice cream and burgers all day because they're like, wow, this is so delicious. And of course, the restaurants make it so. And there's so many extra additives to make you believe that, wow, this burger from Burger King is crazy good. This pizza from here is so crazy good. You don't even know what they put into it. And it's such a temporary pleasure to food, especially that crazy good food is a very, very temporary kind of a pleasure. But after all that, you're left with all of the repercussions of that delicious food that you ate. It's about being able to see ahead of time the consequences that you face from eating that. The consequences that you face from drinking that, from smoking that. It's being able to like follow it all through. So yeah, right now I have a temporary pleasure. This ice cream is insane. how am I going to feel 2 hours from now when I cannot sleep and I have nightmares? Some people have nightmares from ice cream and stuff. No offense, Cargo. You know?
That's right. That's right. It's actually now we know that obesity in general, it's an addiction. It's a form of addiction. People addicted to sweets, and it's a drug.
It is
It's totally a drug. So that's why the new medication which developed. It's very interesting. We also offer it in our clinic, and so many people using it. So Wegovy, Ozempic, you've heard of it. It's a yes. So it's actually a hormone which works on your brain, and it helps for you to feel not hungry. But another point of it, it actually helps with any addiction.
Ozempic.
It's so interesting. Any rewarding behavior, actually, it just stops. So it's so interesting. So I had a few people who were addicted to smoking and drinking alcohol, and they completely stopped it. They so they were like, we don't want to do it anymore.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's so interesting. Yes, and now there's studies. We have studies going on right now, clinical studies on addiction, Ozempic, drugs as Ozempic, semaglutide, helping with alcohol addiction.
Wow.
But it's so interesting that exactly shows that the sweets or obesity in general, usually it's an addiction to food or addiction to sweets, addiction to ice cream, you name it.
Yes.
So people who is on it completely lose this behavior. They don't want it anymore. They just don't want. They have like even aversion to sweets.
Wow. Oh wow.
Yeah,
I have aversion to sweets.
It's so interesting. It's so interesting.
Oh, wow.
And I had people who like were junky, like on junk food all the time, and they're like, I just want to eat salads. Like that's what they tell me.
Wow, like angels.
It's so interesting, and
I just want to work out all day. Just want to drink water instead of booze.
So now we're learning more and more. Science is incredible, and we're learning more and more about healthy lifestyle and how it affects your body and what's good for you. So antioxidants, NAD, one of the magic bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to be doing this today. I've been looking forward to this for weeks.
Great.
Finally is the day. So, Ozempic sounds incredible. Are there any side effects to Ozempic?
Definitely there's side effects. So what happens, Ozempic slows down our intestinal motility. So people who have gastroesophageal reflux, let's say, it's very hard for them to tolerate Ozempic because it's just like food stays in the stomach longer.
Sure.
And especially
I see.
Yeah. So constipation and gastroesophageal reflux, it's a major side effect of it. So
Got it.
Right, yeah, but really regulating the way you're eating, like eating very small portions, eating a lot of fiber. This constipation is another side of it. So that all is very helpful.
Yeah.
And
there's remedies for that.
To mitigate the side effects of Ozempic.
And by the way, over the years, I have discovered that drinking olive oil is an amazing remedy for constipation. Drinking olive oil, and also drinking aplapicha or sea buckthorn oil is incredible for acid reflux. I'm always like, mom's home remedies. I'm always like coming up with something new. I have like an oil for every reason. Pumpkin seed oil for de-aging also.
Interesting.
It helps to block DHT, which contributes to hair loss, and like more hair growth on the face. So there's pumpkin oil. And so into the oils.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So we do vitamin B complex
vitamin B
for hair because we know that's really contribute to healthy hair growth.
Yeah.
Shedding.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shedding. Mood. Also,
vitamin B.
I used to get these vitamin B shots in Bay Ridge. I mean, it's a little far for me, so I stopped going there. But I used to get the shots every other week. Incredible. You get an energy like you won't believe, but it's the kind of energy that lets you sleep at night and be active during the day. It's just vitamin B that's just like great all around.
All around.
All
yes.
around.
And this recovery cocktail actually also has magnesium, and now we know that magnesium is very important for sleep.
Sleep, yes.
It does help
It's so true.
sleep and muscle activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wow. It's incredible what we come out with every year, right? Every year something new. And while I'm not technologically savvy, I'm definitely savvy on these routines for beauty, health, and wellness. I try to take awesome care of myself. Even on days when I don't feel so great inside, I don't stop my routine. The routine has got to go on and on and on.
Discipline.
Discipline. even when you don't feel like it. Even when you don't feel like getting out of bed, get out of bed. Even when you don't feel like working out, work out. Even when you don't feel like eating well, eat well. Even when you don't feel like having a good day, have a good day. You know, smile
That's right.
even when you don't feel like it. And it's not like you're forced to smile. It's more like it will help you. If you smile, it will help you, which will help everybody.
That's right. Just like interesting, you know that the Botox, which relaxes in the middle, right here, and so it relaxes the muscles which make you frown. Muscles which you use to frown. So if you can frown and you smile, your mood improves. There's numerous of studies right now that shows that Botox in this area, or glabella, which helps you to stop the frowning, actually improves your mood.
I heard about
it
that.
Elevates depression.
I did read about that. Botox does help to elevate feelings of happiness. It has to, because you cannot make all those frowny type of expressions that you do when you're in a bad mood. Many years ago, I had Juvederm done by this doctor somewhere in the city, some hot shot, yeah. But he gave me Juvederm, and I think it was a very poor quality because it wound up giving me terrible bumps over here that that looked bad when I wasn't smiling. But when I smiled, I looked, oh my God, this girl looks like the happiest person in the world. So before I heard about Vitrace, I was stuck with these lumpy things in my cheek. So I would just smile all day long, and it really affected my mood in the most incredible ways. So like, I don't want to thank this guy for the mess that he created, but look, I had to start smiling a lot, and thank God I eventually read about Vitrace, and I was able to erase that extra Juvederm bump. But until then, I was just smiling all day and all night, and everybody I saw at me, at this, people were like, this is the happiest girl in the world. So I became known as the happiest girl in the world because I had too much Juvederm in my cheek, and I had to smile my head off all day. Interesting story
so
there.
It's like unfortunate help your fortune, right?
Yes, and at the time I was devastated, and the doctor's all like, well, you know, you're getting older and older, so don't blame me for the fact that it didn't turn out right. You know, you're aging. You're 40 years old now. This is 10 years ago. I'm like, oh, by the way, if we put injections into your lips, you wouldn't even notice your cheeks. Like, that's very sad. So how can I turn this garbage into something positive? Just a smile away.
You made lemonade from the lemons.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, in spades. I made a lifetime's worth of lemonade just like that. I'm like, what good can come out of having terrible Juvederm and really hating the way you look? It's like something has to come out of it that's great. I can't just die here from depression.
All right, very nice. That's a great ability. Like for us to it's important. It's important. That's the way to live the life. Always make lemonade from those lemons.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about living the life that you want to live, even with the circumstances that you don't like having. You know.
Yeah.
It's all about really putting yourself out there, really being happy with who you are, making the most out of your life. When you see things in your life that are not perfect, work with them. If you cannot help them and they cannot be avoided, and you cannot do anything about it, accept it, and accept it with love. God has given each and every one of us a package that we have to deal with, and it makes our soul elevated. It raises all of us higher and higher and higher. If there are things in your life that you don't love, work with them. Accept the people. Love the people. Grow from your experiences. Grow from every experience that you have. it's not always easy when I'm making like these talent shows and these fashion shows. You're not going to love every guest. You're not. But you're the hostess. So what do? You welcome every guest with a great big smile. And you treat everybody like they're your favorite sister, like they're your favorite niece, like they're your daughter, whatever. But you just really, really put yourself out there and put yourself out into the world. And of course, for me, it starts with liking my appearance. It does start with that for me. So, yeah. So, taking us back to Dr. Olga's office. Wow, what an incredible day. What an incredible doctor. Dr. Olga. She's helped me out in so many amazing ways. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure.
It's always so much fun to have you around.
Thank you.
Well, we welcome all the positive patients, of course, it's always a pleasure to work with you.
Thank you so much.
With your positive attitude and all.
Thank you. It's always a grand pleasure to be here, and this place is beautiful. This place is relaxing, and I'm having a great time just being here, having an IV, talking to the doctor. And yeah, so...
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. So it's all about taking care of yourself, and especially on days when you don't feel like it. That's when you absolutely have to. On days when you get out of bed, you're like, oh my God, those are the days that you don't need to put on a whole lot of makeup. Those are the days that you don't have to do a whole lot for yourself. But the days when you feel really, really poorly about yourself, those are your days. Those are those trying, challenging days that will help you to grow and will help to enforce incredible, incredible habits in your life. It's doing it on the days when it's the hardest for you. Pushing yourself on the days when it's the hardest for you. I know, I used to be a marathon runner, and every morning I'd have to go train because I had to run 26 miles every November 4th.
Wow.
And most mornings, what my thing would be was, I'm not getting out of bed this morning. It was 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I had to train 4 hours and get back home to the kids. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm just not doing this. And then the next thing I know, I'm lacing up my sneakers and I'm doing this. I'm half hunched over. I look like a 98-year-old. Let's I start the run. But slowly during my run, I start to gain energy. More and more and more energy. And by the end of my run, I'm fully energized and I'm there for my whole family. Go figure.
It's very important to push yourself.
You push yourself. Push yourself past what you think you can do.
It's like whenever you get into the point of it's hard for you to do, that's the way you grow. That's the way you grow. Like,
those are the days.
Yeah.
Those are the days.
Yeah, that's the only way to grow.
Yeah.
Pretty much, to push yourself.
Push yourself.
And, yeah.
You know, some days your workout will come easily for you. Some days putting on makeup will come easily for you. Some days eating right will come easily for you. Okay, and this is great and good for you. But what about the days when you don't feel like it? These are the days where you're either going to swim or you're going to sink. And the choice is up to you. You will have this evil inclination that will tell you, oh, stay in bed. Oh, eat pizza today. Oh, skip the workout. Oh, so don't get dressed in anything too cool or anything. But then you have to go beyond that evil inclination. I do believe that we all have this evil inclination. I call it our thinking minds. And it tries to bring us down all the time. And it's there for a reason to try to bring us down all the time. This way we can fight it and get stronger and stronger and stronger. If you have this force and you tell you, no, don't do this. No, don't be healthy. No, don't take care of yourself. But you force yourself anyway. That's how you grow. That's how you get strong in this life. And I believe firmly that's why God gave us the evil inclination, so we can fight it and win it. Fight and win it. Fight and win it every day. Never, ever, ever let your overthinking mind take you over, because it's going to try. Because it's there. It's going to try every single day of your life. You can rise above that. No matter how you're feeling, you get to rise above that. I actually have horrible stage fright. Horrible, which is crazy coming from an actress, a performer. I'm a college professor. This is how I make my money. This is my fun. But that's how I make my money. I have to get up there in front of a crowd of complete and random strangers at the beginning of the semester. Not everybody looks that friendly, and I just have to keep talking and going. And even when they're looking like, I have to keep going anyway. I have to find it in my heart to love these people anyway, to keep on performing, to keep on talking, to keep on lecturing. And I do. Thank God. And on days when I swear I won't be able to do it, those are the days when I push myself. Those are actually the days I do my best.
Yeah. getting out of your zone of comfort is very, very important.
Yeah.
Again, it's the way you
Yeah.
grow
Yeah.
in any way.
And it's for your entire life. For your entire life. You don't just get to, let's say, be 50 and say, okay, I pushed myself as far as I'm going. No. That's how you wind up miserable in old age. If you hit a certain age and say, I'm not pushing myself anymore, you look back on the next 40 years and say, like, hey, why didn't I do more with my middle years? I could have, I should have, I would have, but I didn't think I could. This evil inclination kept telling me, no, you're too old. No, you're too weak. No, you have no motivation. No, you did it all already. No, you have to fight that your entire life and keep on going, keep on growing stronger and stronger, becoming more and more motivated, being present all the time. That really is key to a happy life. So ladies and gentlemen, I am Dina Nierenberg, hostess of Life as I See It, with one of my favorite co-hostesses of all time, Dr. Olga Silverstein. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Beautiful
you, Dina.
show. My pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
My